Interesting footage of a USO, also called a fast mover at high velocity under the water, filmed from an airliner en route to Lax. A plane passenger has filmed a USO, unidentified submerged object. At the moment the commercial plane flew above the Sea of Japan, and even the plane is flying at a cruising speed of almost 1,000 km per hour. The USO goes even faster. Some people will say that the long dark trail/object underwater is just a shadow of the plane, but if we compare the shadow of a plane on water with the USO, then we see that is completely different. What we are seeing is the USO with a long trail of water displacement behind it, indicating that the USO is moving through the water at high speed. The plane passenger is not the only person who has witnessed such an underwater alien craft. Also, Mark D'Antonio, an astronomer and chief video analyst for UFO organization MUFON, witnessed what he believes must have been an alien craft traveling at impossible speeds under the water while he was on board a U.S. Navy submarine in the North Atlantic Ocean. In the next video, Mark D'Antonio states that the U.S. Navy is running a top-secret program to detect unidentified submerged objects, fast movers beneath the sea.
fast because we can't catch up to it.
An expert in UFOs has said that the U.S. Navy is behind a top-secret program for detecting unidentified submerged objects, also known as USOs, underneath the ocean. Chief video analyst for MUFO, Mark D'Antonio, said that he had seen what he thought was an alien spacecraft that was traveling at speeds that were impossible when he was on a U.S. Navy submarine down in the North Atlantic Ocean. He said that he overheard one of the naval officers telling the man operating the sonar to log the unidentified object down as part of the fast mover program as it was traveling several hundred knots. Submarines along with torpedoes go up to 40 knots thanks to the water resistance they encounter. It has been said that Russia has a torpedo that is capable of traveling at more than 200 knots, however, there is not a craft or torpedo that is capable of traveling several hundred knots, and it would seemingly be impossible for humans to build. Mark also runs FX Models, a special effects company that often takes on contracts for the Navy. He said that he had done some work for the Navy and to thank him they had offered him a ride in a submarine, which he accepted. He said that once they had gotten underway, he sat in the sonar station with the operator at his side. He said that it is loud inside a submarine as while many people think that it is quiet, it is the opposite and there is always the noise of fans and a constant din. Mark said that he had been feeling a little seasick and was trying to zone out when he heard the man on the sonar shout out "Fast mover." He said he was jolted awake and wondered what was happening. Mark told how the executive officer came out and asked him how fast it was traveling, to which the sonar operator answered several hundred knots. He was then asked to confirm it and went to another sonar machine, and it was the same answer. The sonar guy asked what he should do, and the officer told him to log it and then dog it. Which Mark said meant to log it then bury it. 4 years later Mark asked a senior naval figure about the fast mover program, but he said that he could not talk about it. This was confirmation that the program exists. Mark said that he came to realize that USOs were common and the Navy has a program that logs them and determines the speed at which they travel and then puts it in a vault. The claims of Mark were made at the Wyoming Devil's Tower UFO Rendezvous, a place where like-minded UFO fans meet from around the USA at the site of the Close Encounters of the Third Kind rock to talk about anything that is related to aliens and spacecraft. At the moment Mark is working with Douglas Trumbull, the visual effects supervisor from Close Encounters, and they are working on a project that they believe will prove scientifically that aliens do exist. The project involves the design of ground units that detect UFOs, which they are hoping to put in countries worldwide. At the moment the unit is being tested in the observatory of Mark, and he said that the UFOtog 2 system is going to ensure that ufology comes into the 21st century as it brings together standard observation with real science. He went on to say that the system looks for phenomena in the sky, and should it come across something that is not a plane or satellite or any known object within the database, it alerts the team by sending a message. Mark went on to say that they would be making any data that is collected available to everyone. He finished by saying that they remain open-minded and that they think that visitation by an alien race that is advanced is not an improbability scientifically.